On today's episode, we are talking about, are you wasting your ad dollars when it comes to pay-per-click because it's leading to a crappy website?
3 minutes with 3 miles. 3 minutes with 3 miles.
Yeehaw. That's a good intro. All right. For today's episode, again, we're talking about, are you wasting your pay-per-click dollars because it's going to, frankly, a crappy website? And this came from a consulting call I did today, and it was between the owner and his marketing company. And they had put a hold on doing any kind of pay-per-click advertising for quite a few months now, because the owner was saying that he just didn't see it moving the needle in rentals, was the bottom line. And we all know that sometimes it's kind of hard to really track those kind of conversions on pay-per-click. Did it come from pay-per-click or organic? That's a whole other topic of conversation. But generally, he was spending money on PPC, but just wasn't seeing a increase in his rentals. And so I'm like, all right, as we were talking, I looked at his website. I'm like, well, I'll tell you what's going on. He's like, what? I'm like, well, cool. You're spending all this money on Google AdWords to drive people to your website. I'm going to your website and I'm just not seeing what people are looking for, as far as being able to rent a unit and seeing what your prices for those units are. They weren't displayed. And he was kind of hesitant about being able to showcase that, didn't want to see everyone what his prices are. And I'm like, that's just the day and age. You got to be transparent with pricing, show it online. Otherwise, if I'm a customer going on there, I'm like, oh, cool. Somewhere else, I'm going somewhere else where I can just rent online. So again, he was spending this money to drive it to a website that wasn't converting because it wasn't that great of a website in the first place. And nothing against the website company. They're just kind of following marching orders, basically. But it's something to be mindful of. If you're spending your ad dollars on pay-per-click, Google AdWords, and you're spending a lot of money on that, make sure the website it's going to is decent. Is it loading fast? Is it have great information? Is it showcasing the units and be able to rent online and then pricing? Is it obviously mobile friendly? Hopefully that's been, we all understand that the reasons behind that by now, but it's got to be mobile friendly. If it has to meet some of these basic requirements before you're even putting any kind of ad dollars behind it. Otherwise, it'll be the exact same way that this guy was, that you're just kind of wasting your money, because once the potential customer is spending this money for them to click it and they go on your website and realize, okay, I can't quite see the value of why I should rent from you. It's kind of a bad experience whether they're on that website. They're going somewhere else. So something to be mindful of, definitely for sure. And maybe it's one of those things where it's time to, put some money behind it and do a website revamp for that. But before you go that far, just double check to make sure it's meeting those minimum requirements that we're talking about there. All right, guys, thanks so much. I will keep these coming. Take care.